Yet again, at the risk of repeating myself, I would encourage you to grab a drink and take a seat, please. We're going to be kicking off proceedings shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final one. I hope everyone's comfortably seated. Of the year, the 18th Indian Motorcycle of the Year, the 7th Premium Car of the Year, and the 5th Green Car Award by ICOTY. My name is Pablo Chatterjee. I am the Executive Editor at Motoring World, and I will be one of your hosts for the evening. The hashtags for tonight are ICOTY 2025 and IMOTY 2025 in case you wish to post, which we heartily encourage you to do. And before we kick off official proceedings, I would like you to put your hands together for the band tonight, Stellar Strings.
Feel the touch of the Orient with Cafe de Anatolia.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 20 years ago, ICOTY was founded when the editors of the leading auto magazines got together to award the one car of that preceding year that really moved the game forward. For 2006, that was none other than the Maruti Suzuki Swift. Since then, our tribe has grown exponentially. Today, the ICOTY jury consists of 21 members who have a collective experience of 408 years. For me, it's been an absolute honor to be a part of this tribe, and an even bigger honor to have been the chairman of the jury for the past 3 years. Today, ICOTY is not only very clearly the most prized automotive award in India, but it's also one of the most respected and recognized awards in the global automotive industry. Some of the feedback that we've received from leaders of the industry, you folks, is that an ICOTY win doesn't just lead to a glowing PR campaign and a feel-good factor, but it leads very tangibly to more showroom walk-ins and a marked increase in sales. And what's clearly evident is that we wouldn't have got here without the tremendous and unflinching support from Dr. Singhania and the entire team at JK Tyre, with Sanjay Sharma, Hardy, steering us in the right direction every step of the way. So thank you, JK Tyre, for being such an incredible partner for the past 2 decades. I can safely say that this is a partnership that will remain just as strong over the next 2 decades as it's been for the past 20 years. I'd also like to thank Deloitte for making sure our voting process is as seamless, straightforward, and credible as any automotive award in the world. Also, being gearheads, math is not our strong suit. So thank you for double-checking everyone's score sheets as well. I'd like to thank the ICOTY Secretary, Ishan Raghav, for putting in a lot of work behind the scenes to make sure that we make it unscathed through the awards night every year. Finally, I'd like to thank everyone in this room. What binds us together as a jury is our love for what we do and a passion for the cars and bikes that you folks churn out year after year, which fortunately get better with each passing year. Your ability to push the envelope across segments with each new model never ceases to amaze us. It's this relentless quest for perfection that makes it fun for us to go to work every day. So thank you for that. Although I do have one small request. You may recall that figure of 408 years of experience that I mentioned not that long ago. Well, that also points to the fact that we're a bunch of dinosaurs, most of us. And we would really appreciate it if you could give us back, at the very least, a volume knob and some physical buttons for the HVAC controls, if that's not too much to ask. Forgive my impertinent request, but there have to be some perks to having all of you in the same room at the same time. But having said that, we're not completely averse to new technology. A few years ago, we introduced the Green Car Award by ICOTY to provide that little bit of extra recognition to EVs, which were a fledgling segment at the time. This year, however, half of the final contenders of the Indian Car of the Year award are EVs, which is pretty incredible. And there are a slew of very impressive EVs that have been launched since our cutoff for ICOTY 2025, and a bunch more that are just around the corner. So clearly, we're in the midst of a dramatic shift in the industry. Just another example of how you folks continue to push the boundaries and keep us on our toes. So thank you for that. ICOTY is a wonderful tradition that has endured for 2 decades now. And it's one that I've been thrilled to be part of. I hope that's the case for everyone in this room. Thank you once again for your presence here this evening, and I hope you have a wonderful night. May I now request the Chairman and MD of JK Tyre, Dr. Raghupati Singhania, to take the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to welcome you all this evening as we celebrate another remarkable chapter in the journey of Indian automotive industry. The Indian Car of the Year, ICOTY, and Indian Motorcycle of the Year, IMOTY, have become a hallmark of credibility and transparency in the industry. I'm filled with immense pride as we mark the 20th edition of ICOTY, a milestone that also signifies 2 decades of strong and rewarding partnership between JK Tyre and the Auto Magazines of India. Together, we have set new benchmarks as we celebrate tonight, just not an award, but a legacy of excellence and innovation. Over the years, the jury has evolved into an independent body known as the Automotive Journalists Association of India, AJAY, and their collective expertise and vision will continue to foster innovative concepts and take the automotive industry to new heights. From its humble beginnings in late 2005, as Mr. Dhruv mentioned, with a handful of juries and journalists, today it has achieved a large proportion with 28 journalists and over 400 years of experience. The standing of these awards has only soared over the years, and we look forward to seeing them reach even greater heights through our enduring partnership in the years to come. Looking back, the year 2024 brought its own set of trials and tribulations. Some parts of the industry have grown better than others, like 2- and 3-wheelers, while some have found it more challenging, like passenger and commercial vehicles. Overall, it's been a slightly muted year after 3 straight years of overall double-digit percentage growth. Despite the roller coaster ride, what truly stands out is the resilience and determination with which our industry has navigated these times. India's automotive journey is a testament to its resilience. What began as a quest for self-reliance has now evolved into a story of global leadership. Today, Indian automotive industry and the ancillary ecosystem stands proud and is second to none, while our R&D and testing infrastructure is at the forefront of cutting-edge innovation. Take, for instance, ICOTY, India's first and foremost independent research and testing center. Named after my brother and our past chairman, Mr. Harishankar Singhania, this year, ICOTY achieved a remarkable milestone by becoming the world's first accredited proficiency testing provider for rolling resistance tests, certified by National Accreditation Board for testing and calibrations. This achievement underscores India's growing stature as a global hub for automotive research and technological excellence. While the automobile industry is adopting to ADAS, 6 airbags, and other future-proof technologies, JK Tyre's humble contribution to the industry's spirit of innovation is also evident in the products we bring to the market. A perfect example is the Levitas Ultra, a high-performance tire crafted for the premium car segment. Earlier this year, we had the privilege of inviting some of India's most respected automotive testing experts, many of whom are present here with us tonight, to rigorously test the Levitas Ultra at NetRex. The tires delivered exceptional performance across a variety of challenging scenarios, demonstrating their ability to compete with the best in the world. I extend my heartfelt thanks to everyone who took part in this initiative, reaffirming our dedication to quality and performance. But innovation is just one part of the story. Sustainability has become a cornerstone of our industry's progress. At JK Tyre, we are deeply committed to this cause with an ambitious goal of achieving carbon neutrality by 2050. This year, we took a significant step forward by becoming India's first tire company to join RE100 initiative, underscoring our commitment to renewable energy. Our efforts have not gone unnoticed. Our Chennai plant was honored with the prestigious International Sustainability and Carbon Certificate Plus, making us the first Indian tire manufacturer to receive this recognition. Additionally, our water conservation project was celebrated as the winner in the Clean Water and Sanitation category at the Indian Chamber of Commerce's Social Impact Awards. Beyond products and sustainability, our passion for motorsport continues to shine. This year, our collaboration with the Indian Racing Festival has propelled Indian motorsport to new heights, nurturing talent and igniting passion across the nation. As I close, let me emphasize that while every year brings its own set of challenges, it is the auto industry's collective resilience, ingenuity, and vision that drive us forward. Together, let us continue to innovate, to lead, and to inspire. Thank you all for being a part of this journey. My heartiest congratulations to all the contenders and to the winners of this year. You have truly set new standards in the industry. Have a wonderful evening, ladies and gentlemen, and always stay in control. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kushal Mitra, contributing editor at The Print and a jury member of ICOTY 2025. While we celebrate the best of the Indian automotive industry tonight, let us take a moment to remember the contribution of two giants who recently left us. Play the AV, please.
In 2024, we lost two individuals without whose immense contributions the Indian automotive industry would not be where it is today. Please join us as we remember Mr. Osamu Suzuki and Mr. Ratan Tata. Suzuki-san took a chance on India in the 1980s when few others would, choosing to invest and transfer technology to a then public sector company, Maruti Suzuki India Limited. His bet not only gave millions of Indians affordable and reliable motoring, many of us in the room have actually owned a small Maruti car. His contribution went further because he encouraged his Japanese compatriots to invest in component companies. Over 25 million cars, lakhs of crore in shareholder wealth, and India's standing as an automotive and component export hub owe their gratitude to Suzuki-san. Mr. Ratan Tata was a man of many passions, but like many others in the Parsi community, he loved his cars. And his idea that Indians must have an Indian car gave birth to the Indica, a vehicle that not only transformed Indian roads, it changed Indian motoring and the direction of a company once known as Telco. Of course, Tata Motors is a very different company today. Its new vehicles are competing for the biggest awards, including Indian Car of the Year. It has taken a lead in Indian car buyers moving to electric mobility. But that would not have been possible without the initial vision of one man.
So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kranti Sambhav, editor of Overdrive and a member of ICOTY Steering Committee. I'm here to talk about the point system and how we vote for both ICOTY and IMOTY categories. And just to let you know, there are two phases basically, where first phase is all about all the products which are launched during the year, and we shortlist those products. We finalize 8 products, and as you know, we have 4 different categories: Green Car of the Year, Premium Car of the Year, Car of the Year, and Motorcycle of the Year. And after these products, contenders are shortlisted. All are invited for the final voting and jury meet. And one criteria again, where these products, these contenders have to be present at the jury meet, otherwise nobody will vote for them. And after that, we, all jury members, for example, this year we, in total, we had like 17 jury members for IMOTY, 21 jury members for ICOTY. Some of them are overlapping as well, so, for example, me. So we get 25 points each. All of us get 25 points. And in that score sheet, we have to vote for at least 5 products. And one clear winner has to be there. So that's the criteria, and for that's the time when I mean, it's very interesting time for me. It reminds me of my school days when we, all of us used to hide our answer sheets and whatever, write all the answers and everything. But that's a very important day for all the auto journals, because, as you know, all of us are competing with each other throughout the year. Why is he getting more views? Why is he getting more exclusives? And but that is the time when we all sit together for this, with just one goal, to choose the best car and motorcycle, what our experience and our evaluation tells us. So after that, the score sheets are checked, they are mapped, they are tallied and given to Deloitte representatives, and after that those sheets are sealed, and those are the envelopes which we'll be seeing today. And between this, all of us keep getting all these calls, Konjita. But now I think tonight we'll be able to tell all of them that who is going to win and who won. So now with this point system and voting process, I hope I could explain it properly. Now I would like to request Mr. Rajat Mahajan from Deloitte to come on stage and say a few words. Mr. Mahajan.
Thank you so much, and I really look forward to this day, where you see a lot of leaders congregating at the same place together, anticipating for the key moment. So I'll not hold you for long, but there are a few trends as consultants that we are seeing that we wanted to share with you. I'll speak a few. You see 8 of them on the slide right now. So one is the next gen customer. So in India, there are a lot of economies in play. In this sector, for us, it's the millennial economy, the young economy, the she economy, the silver economy, right? Probably people like me, with gray hairs or no less hairs, who have got money, disposable income. And finally, the Bharat economy, which is a tier 2, 3. They are the ones driving the growth, and it will continue to happen in future. Another thing is technology. SDV, ADAS, and various other technologies which are coming into the market right now. Just to give you some numbers, right? Globally, around 2.5% of the vehicle had such technologies. By 2029, as per our projections, this will reach greater than 90%, which is a huge delta compared to what we've seen in the past. Third thing is, I'll not go through everything, but very important, EV. EV is extremely important, and 2 specific topics of EV is circularity and REX. So just case in point, from a REX perspective, which is recycling, refurbishment, remanufacturing, etc., nearly 30 to 70% of the cost can reduce the battery for the second use. So that's huge. On the circularity side, just to put things in perspective, right, whether it is the recycling of the material, etc., from the existing batteries can lead to close to $100 billion just in Europe alone. So that's the kind of scale we are looking at. And finally, we can't do anything without dealers and talent. So the role of dealers in the Indian market is going to also evolve as it is evolving in other countries. Plus, like we've seen a few luxury OEMs going agency route, some people are going D2C. So the role of dealer will evolve predominantly from investor to an experience provider. And in future, it could be much more value-added services like charging and various other things. And finally, talent, right? It's going to be a war on talent, guys. Okay, so AI, everything is being driven. So all of you in the room, whoever is able to get the best talent in your organization faster than others is going to be the winner. We all know that. A couple of things that I also want to give a teaser. We will be launching our Global Automotive Consumer Survey, which is done in 23 countries across the world very soon. There are a few, 2-3 different data points I'll just share today. So one is the preference for the engine type in the next vehicle. Now, what you see over here is only India. Interestingly, if you see, India preferred EVs, 2024 compared to 23. It has still slightly gone back at the same levels. But the good news is India and China are the only two countries where the expectation of ICE is relatively low as compared to the rest of the globe, where everybody else is probably preferring ICE again, but India still and China still preferring a large population preferring EVs. And when I say EVs, it is NEVs, BEVs, PHEVs, hybrids, all put together. Concerns on EVs, right, on the battery side. So if you look at it, right, in India, time required to charge, lack of public EV charging infrastructure, and safety concerns are the three predominant things that the Indians are worried about. If it's very different as compared to what China and Germany, where the driving range, Indians are still not bothered too much about that, but hopefully in the next near future, when they start experiencing these cars in a huge way, this will change. Last few data points where what we've seen is that the percentage of consumer whose prior vehicle was from the same brand as the current vehicle. If you look at India, nearly 14% of the consumers are going to be the first time buyers, which is a pretty decent news, because if you look at two-wheelers versus four-wheelers, right? So if the two-wheeler sales increases, it's always good news because entry-level four-wheelers also sell well. So this might be a good news where 14% are new, but 54% of the consumers own the same brand. So there is some sort of loyalty in India, okay, which may get displaced over a period of time. And finally, this is very interesting when we looked at it, preferred organization for the next vehicle purchase. Now, if you look at, let's say, Japan, right, nearly 76% of the consumers prefer the local manufacturers, okay? But when it comes to, let's say, in India, it's 50% of the people do prefer the local manufacturers, but most of the people, 51%, they can actually prefer any brand as long as they meet their needs. So hence we are seeing an equal and a level playing field for domestic, global, and anybody who is providing the best value at an affordable price to the Indian consumer. So thank you for giving us this opportunity, and wish everybody all the best, and to all the contenders for ICOTY. Thank you so much.
Hello everybody, good evening.
Hello. Nice to see all of you.
My name is Varun Painter. I'm from Powerdrift and I have with me...
Hi everyone, I'm Manav Sinha. I'm from AutoX.
And today we have the privilege of introducing the jury for ICOTY and IMOTY 2025. Manav, I believe you have some nice things to say.
Yeah, all nice things to say. Yeah. After all, when it comes to finding a set of hands that can test a set of wheels, there's no one who can do it better than the people who are over here. So I'm just in awe.
Yep. Before we blow our trumpet too hard and too loud, I would like to say that in the jury we have people who have been there since the inception. We have some people who are about a year or two old, like myself.
And me as well.
And we, just like every other year, we also have some new people joining the jury. So without wasting any more time, why don't you kick things off with the jury for ICOTY 2025?
Yes, so starting with, of course, we have Dhruv Behel, who's the chairman of ICOTY, as mentioned before, and we also have, yes, so whoever's name we take, please stand up and...
Just acknowledge the crowd, yeah. Also from AutoX, we have Ishan Raghwa. Ishan? Yeah, perfect.
Then from Auto Today, we have Yogendra Pratap.
Also from Auto Today, we have Dipayan Datta.
Then we have Aspi Bhatena from Car India. And a special mention here because Aspi is the only one who's been with us for all 20 years of this award series.
Also from Car India, we have Joshua Verghese.
Then from Evo, we have Sirish Chandran, who unfortunately couldn't make it here. He's a bit unwell.
Yeah, so
we
Sirish,
say
if you're
hi.
watching this live stream, a hi to you as well. Also from Evo, we have Atish Mishra.
From Motoring World, we have Kartik Ware.
And joining him is Pablo Chatterjee.
And as you met him earlier, from Overdrive, we have Kranti Sambhav.
And his partner in crime is Rohit Paradkar.
Then from Carwale, we have Vikrant Singh.
And Sagar Bhanushali, who couldn't be here. Again, a hi from everybody here on the live stream.
Then moving on, from Times of India Auto, we have Arpit Mahendra.
And from the Car Deco group, we have Amay Dandekar.
From the print, we have Kushan Mitra.
From Turbocharged, we have Abhay Verma.
From Power Drift, we have Cyrus Dhabar.
From Times Drive, we have Ashish Masi.
And finally, from the ICOTY list of jury, we have Bob Rupani.
That completes our ICOTY list. We'll move on to motorcycles. IMOTY, starting off with the chairman for IMOTY 2025, we have Kartik Ware once again.
Once again, we have Mr. Aspi Bathena. A big round of applause.
From Auto Today, we have Rahul Ghosh.
And joining him this year is Abhinav Jakar.
Welcome, Abhinav. From AutoX, we have Shivang Bhatt.
From Bike India, we have Joshua Verghese.
From Evo India, doubling up as IMOTY jury as this time as well is Sirish Chandran, who unfortunately couldn't join us.
So hi once again. And then we have Atish Mishra as well.
From Motoring World, we have Manal Mahatme.
From Overdrive, we have Kranti Sambhav.
And Rohit Paradkar as well.
From Bike Wale, we have Vikrant Singh.
And joining him is Prateek Kundar.
From Turbocharged, we have Abhay Verma.
And from Times of India Auto, we have Arpit Mahendra.
I think we're missing someone.
Yeah, man.
You want to do an intro for them?
Yeah, and two of the coolest is what we have kept for the last.
Yeah.
It's Manav Sinha.
And Mr. Varun Painter.
Thank you guys. Have a good evening. And now we'll move on to the green car of the year.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I think now that the jury has been introduced, Josh, I think it's time we move on and start talking about the first award for tonight.
Yes, so the first award for tonight will be the Green Car of the Year award by ICOTY, and this award was initiated in 2021.
That's right, but Josh, I think what also makes this year's Green Car by ICOTY award special is the fact that this is the 5th year. So as Rov rightly mentioned, 20th year for ICOTY, and another milestone here that we're talking about, which is 5th year for Green Car of the Year award by ICOTY. And over the years, we've only seen the number of contenders for this award. The number just keeps getting higher and higher. So it isn't just about the highest number of jury members this year. I think, Josh, we also have the highest number of cars in contention.
Yeah, highest number of EVs so far. And of course, we had to narrow it down to a short list. Yeah. But even so, what really amazed us was the versatility from the compact and capable Tata Punch and all the way to the ultra luxurious Maybach.
Yeah, I think this is the widest spectrum that we've seen for green cars this far, and it's clearly a sign of the times and something that, you know, everybody in the country, in the industry, of course, on the side of the manufacturers and journalist side as well, we're all taking notice, and it's nice to see how adoption for EVs is gaining momentum.
All right, I think without further ado, let's proceed to the AV. Yeah?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 5th edition of the Green Car Award by ICOTY. As we progress increasingly towards what looks to be an electrified future, the 5th edition of the Green Car Award category comes at an opportune time. In 2024, we saw an increasing splurge of green car offerings in India. And what was heartening to see was that the new cars were not just limited to luxury and premium offerings, but also affordable vehicles, one that cater to a much wider segment of the Indian buying public. After a tremendous response upon introduction in 2021, the Green Car Award category in ICOTY reflects the commitment of the manufacturers and the journalistic community alike towards encouraging future mobility. The Green Car Award celebrates the ideologies and the efforts of the industry for a green future. We are witnessing fantastic technological solutions with electric vehicles leading the charge. It is wonderful to see that every manufacturer is pushing the boundaries of research and development to find the most impactful future propulsion solution, and we applaud and support them in their endeavor. JK Tyres has, since the inception of ICOTY in 2006, constantly supported the jury to ensure that this has become the most credible and coveted award in the industry. Winning the Green Car of the Year award is no small feat because it needs a vehicle to offer a confluence of many attributes: suitability of the product for India, relevance to the Indian market, real-world performance, ease of recharging, reliability, design, and importantly, good value for money, given that these technologies are still priced on the higher end of the scale for our market. Taking all that into account, here are cars that stood firm on the parameters to make it to the shortlist for the Green Car Award 2025. The BMW i5, the BYD Seal, the BYD E-Max 7, the Mercedes EQS, the MG Windsor, the Mini Countryman EV, the Tata Curve EV, and the Tata Punch EV. Deloitte is our knowledge partner to make the awards more transparent and credible. And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the winner of Green Car Award 2025 by ICOTY.
Okay, now that we've taken a look at the shortlisted contenders for this year, I'm sure you guys noticed how interesting the kind of cars that are there in contention for Green Car, because on one hand we start with the Tata Punch EV, which which is a sub 10 lakh rupee car, going all the way up to the Mercedes Maybach EQS, which costs more than 2 crores. And Josh, I think without further ado, let's proceed. And I'd like to invite Dr. Singhania on stage and a representative from Deloitte India, and of course the esteemed jury here.
absolutely. The Green Car Award for the year 2025 goes to MG Windsor. Pretty cute car. Pretty cute car. Congratulations.
You made it just in the nick of So do you want to, while we're waiting for the car, should we announce all three?
While we are waiting for the car to arrive, the first runner-up is BMW i5 and the second runner-up is BYD Seal.
Check. Hello.
Hi, thanks. I shouldn't be negative here, but I will thank all those naysayers who kept talking about our survival, not about thriving, but they kept us on the hook, and I think we were on our toes, so they motivated us. Thanks to our team who got it done. Thanks to Sajjan Jindal, sir, who actually trusted the management decision to bring this car as first car as part of the JV. So thank you very much, and thanks ICOTY, and really will cherish it. So thanks.
So congratulations to the MG team. While the team is taking photographs, I'll just read out the points for the top three. Of course. Bartendu, are you with us in the crowd? Can you join us on stage? So I'll just read out the points for the top three. The MG Windsor has 157 points, the BMW i5 at 99, and the BYD Seal at 87.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to see you all here. I am Arpit Mahendra from Times of India Auto and also a jury member for ICOTY 2025. Well, Premium Car Award by ICOTY. Well, and it's a category that has now been part of this great award show for 7 years.
I mean, we've all witnessed the great growth journey of the premium segment in India, right? It's phenomenal.
Absolutely. And, Rohit, rising disposable incomes, introduction of new technologies, and so many premium vehicles across body styles, across price segments. It's just so much more choice for the consumer at the end of the day.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a good testament to the fact that the country is progressing, right? And the
Absolutely.
other thing that we saw this year is the line between green cars and premium cars is just getting thinner and thinner, right? I mean, even a BMW M5 is now electrified.
Yeah, who would have thought that?
I think on that note, we've got a electrifying lineup. So let's take a look at the nominations.
Sure.
Can we have the AV, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 7th edition of the Premium Car Award by ICOTY. Considered the Oscars of the Indian automotive industry, these awards are judged by a panel of the most respected automotive journalists in the country. The ICOTY jury sets the industry standard, with industry stalwarts coming together to identify the finest new products launched in the past year. ICOTY instituted the Premium Car Award back in 2019 to ensure that the fast-growing luxury segment of the Indian market received due recognition. These are, after all, the finest vehicles made today, and they continue to gain market share and carve out an important piece of a growing Indian market. Since the inception of ICOTY in 2006, JK Tyres has supported the jury to ensure that this has become the most credible and coveted award in the industry. Winning the Premium Car of the Year award requires a combination of many important qualities in any vehicle, such as the suitability of the vehicle to Indian conditions, relevance to the market, comfort, reliability, design, driving appeal, road presence, and of course, luxury. To refresh your memory, the winner of the 6th edition of the Premium Car Award by ICOTY was the BMW 7 Series. Without any further ado, here are the shortlisted contenders battling it out for the title of Premium Car Award 2025 by ICOTY. The BMW 5 Series, the BMW i5, the BMW M5, the BYD Seal, the Kia Carnival, the Mercedes E-Class, the Mercedes EQS, the Mini Cooper S, Deloitte is ICOTY's knowledge partner to ensure that the voting process is seamless, credible, and absolutely foolproof. And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the winner of Premium Car Award 2025 by ICOTY.
Can I now invite on stage Dr. Singhania, a member of Deloitte, and the respected ICOTY jury to announce the winner?
The Premium Car of the Year 2025. Any guesses, gentlemen? Mercedes E-Class.
Thank you very much. So as we wait, should we do 3 and 2?
Yeah. The second runner-up was Kia Carnival, and the first runner-up was BMW 5 Series.
So, thanks a lot. Thanks, Mr. Singhania. Thanks to all the jury members as well. I think thanks for clear verdict on the E-Class. This car is special because we started the long wheelbase movement in India with the E-Class. And I think the challenge was to make the successor even better. And I think our, credit for this goes back to our engineers in Stuttgart. But what I can only say is also our manufacturing colleagues, because this car was to come in Jan right now. But this is a record that in 6 months of global launch, our manufacturing colleagues were able to get this car back in India. So I think credit goes to Chakan, to a lot of colleagues back there to get this car on time and keep us really ahead in the game. Thank you very much. Thanks once again to all. Thank you.
So I'll just announce the points for all three. The Kia Carnival at 65 points in number 3. The BMW 5 Series with 107 points in number 2. And the winner, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class with 140.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the dynamic and energetic Urja Dance Company.
Right. I need a physiotherapy session after just watching that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 18th edition of IMOTY. I am Karthik Ware, Managing Editor at Motoring World magazine. I am also not used to being on the stage by myself, and certainly not when I'm completely sober. This is all thanks to our esteemed steering committee, who in their infinite wisdom thought I'd be appropriate for the role of IMOTY chairman. Thank you, gentlemen. I'm also sure that there is a learning curve to this job. We'll see if I can find it at some point. Also, thank you to my fellow IMOTY jury members for making this job so easy. Now, I am supposed to pontificate about how the two-wheeler industry fared over the last year. And I think the industry and I are in agreement when I say that 2024 went rather well. And thanks to that fact, I can also tell you that selecting one winner from a spectrum of motorcycles as varied as our finalists was one tough job. And whoever wins certainly deserves all the applause it gets. Thank you, Dr. Singhania and JK Tyre, for your continued support. And thank you all for being here tonight. Have a great evening. Over to my colleagues.
Good evening, everyone. I am Pratik Kundar, Deputy Editor at Bikewale.
Very good evening to all of you. I'm Shivang Bhatt from AutoX.
Shivang, I have one question for you. Don't you think the contenders for the Indian Motorcycle of the Year is getting intense year on year? And because, if you look at this year's contenders list, what do you have to say about it?
I think absolutely it is getting difficult for the manufacturers, but I think as jurors, it's also getting a lot more difficult for us because, we have got everything now on the market, because this year in particular, if you look at it, we had the breakthrough technologies in the mass market segment, and then we had world-class motorcycles that are made right here in the country. So I think, as jurors, it was very difficult to pick a clear winner this year for sure.
I think it's time to see the nominations for the IMOTY 2025. Can we please have the AV?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 18th edition of the Indian Motorcycle of the Year Awards. We are all aware of the fact that the two-wheeler industry in India has been thriving of late. And the year 2024 is yet another proof, as the two-wheeler industry witnessed a growth of 11% in the past calendar year as compared to 2023. However, it's not just the volumes where the industry has grown. In 2024, the Indian two-wheeler market saw a deluge of new products in virtually all segments, marking a paradigm shift for the industry. From breakthrough technologies in mass mobility to production of world-class sports bikes right here in India, the country's two-wheel industry has taken huge strides in last year alone. The Indian Motorcycle of the Year Award Ceremony has been presented by JK Tyre since its very inception. JK Tyre has consistently supported IMOTY, which has grown to become the most credible and coveted award in the Indian two-wheeler industry. And like the contenders for the top award, even the IMOTY jury themselves are the industry standard. Each member of the jury is a senior motorcycle expert from the most trusted automotive publications and portals in India. Winning the IMOTY Award requires more than just power or style of a vehicle. There are many other aspects considered as well, such as rider involvement, ergonomics, power delivery, ease of riding, comfort, reliability, and also suitability to Indian conditions. All these factors must come together for a motorcycle to be in the reckoning and ensure that only the most deserving motorcycle takes top honors. To refresh your memory, the winner of the 17th edition of the Indian Motorcycle of the Year Award in 2024 was the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. And now, without further delay, here are the contenders for the Indian Motorcycle of the Year 2025. Aprilia RS 457, Bajaj Freedom 125, Bajaj Pulsar N 125, Bajaj Pulsar NS 400Z, BSA Gold Star 650, Hero Maverick 440, Hero Extreme 125R, Royal Enfield Bear 650, Royal Enfield Gorilla, Triumph Speed T4, To ensure that the voting process is completely fair and unbiased, Deloitte is our knowledge partner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Indian Motorcycle of the Year 2025.
Now to reveal the name of the winner and present the award subsequently, I'd now like to invite Dr. Singhania, a member of Deloitte and the entire IMOTY jury.
The Indian Motorcycle of the Year 2025 award goes to Aprilia RS 457. While the bike is on its way, the second runner-up was Hero Extreme 125R, and the first runner-up, Bajaj Freedom 125 NGO 4.
evening, everyone. I think it's an honor to be standing next to this bike and standing next to this esteemed jury and getting an award like this. I think it means a lot to us. I think a lot of effort has gone into bringing one of the finest to India, and we are very, very excited about it. Thank you, everyone.
Right, just for the record, the points were 98 for the winner, 84 for the Bajaj Freedom, and 63 for the Hero Extreme 125R.
And it's now time for the big one, Indian Car of the Year 2025. Hello everyone, my name is Amir Dandekar, Editor-in-Chief for Car Dekho, Bike Dekho and Zigwheels.
And my name is Atish Mishra, Assistant Editor at Evo India.
ICOTY is and always has been the most prestigious award for cars in the country since its inception in 2005. And each year it goes from strength to strength.
And honestly, for the jury, it gets harder year after year because you guys, the industry, keep upping your game.
This year is interesting because we've got a total of 4 EVs contending for the crown, the most we have ever had.
And it's not just innovation in terms of drivetrains. There's been innovation on body styles as well. This year we've got 2 SUV coupes in the contenders list. And SUV coupes have traditionally been a premium thing, but now they're here for the Indian masses to buy, and I think that's really, really special.
I think looking back at the past year, it is clear that everyone has attempted to push the envelope in every possible way. Comfort, efficiency, safety, desirability, technology. The Indian customer today is spoiled for choice. Without further ado, let's take a look at the contenders.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 20th edition of the Indian Car of the Year Awards. Over the past couple of years, the Indian automotive industry has seen record sales numbers, and the records are likely to continue to tumble. With an expected 4 million passenger vehicles sold this year, making India one of the biggest automotive markets in the world. Despite even more stringent regulations and increasing investments in new technologies, the industry continues to provide the power of choice to Indian customers. The Indian Car of the Year Award Ceremony has been presented by JK Tyre since its inception. With JK Tyre's support since 2006, ICOTY has grown to become the most credible and coveted award of the industry. Considered the Oscars of the Indian automotive industry, the awards are judged by a panel of the most respected automotive journalists in the country. And like the contenders for the top award, even the ICOTY jury themselves set the industry standard, with the most reputed automotive journalists and experts coming together to identify the most important car of the year. Winning the ICOTY award requires a combination of many important qualities in any vehicle. Suitability of the vehicle to tackle the extreme conditions of our country, of course, but also factors such as comfort, reliability, design, driving appeal, fuel efficiency, and of course, the value that a vehicle provides to Indian car buyers. To refresh your memory, the winner of the 19th edition of the Indian Car of the Year Award was the Hyundai Exter. And the shortlisted contenders battling it out for the title of Indian Car of the Year 2024 are BYD E-Max 7, Citroën Basalt, Mahindra Thar Rox, Maruti Suzuki Dzire, Maruti Suzuki Swift, MG Windsor, Tata Curve, Tata Punch EV, Deloitte is ICOTY's knowledge partner to ensure that the voting process is seamless, credible, and absolutely foolproof. And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the winner of Indian Car of the Year 2025.
I would like to invite Dr. Singhania, a representative from Deloitte, as well as the jury onto the stage for the final award of the night.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we have the award, what we have been waiting for the entire evening, the Indian Car of the Year 2025. To make the evening a little more exciting, we'll start with the runner-up 2, is Maruti Suzuki Swift. And the runner-up 1 is Maruti Suzuki Dzire. And the Car of the Year 2025, Mahindra Thar Rox. But what is interesting is, it's just 2 points more than Suzuki Dzire.
Firstly, thank you, Dr. Singhania, and the entire jury for the award. It's an absolute honor for us. Of course, the entire credit goes to the team, Mahindra, the design team, the engineering team, who decided that we're just not going to put a couple of doors to the much-loved Thar, but actually completely reimagine the vehicle again as Thar rocks. And as luck would have it, we have our chief designer here as well. So Pratap, over to you.
Thank you. On behalf of everyone in design and engineering, I'd just like to share a few words of gratitude to the ICOTY jury. This is a really, really coveted award. And I must say, you know, having won this by 2 points makes it even more special and precious. And, you know, we always knew that the Thar would rock. And I'm so glad it has actually rocked the Indian market. So thank you very much for this great, great honor. On behalf of everyone in the company, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. So one final point that I'd like to make. The last closest victory in ICOTY was a difference of 3 points. And this is officially, in 20 years, the closest ICOTY victory. The Mahindra Thar rocks with 139 points, and the Maruti Suzuki Dzire with 137.
They say best comes last, something like that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 20 years since that logo and name. 20 years since this logo and name has become a phenomenon, an industry-wide phenomenon. And it makes all of you put blood, sweat, tears, fuel, metal, rubber, glass, and make our lives promising. It's not about a look back, it's about a look forward. 2025 is promising to be, for the lack of a better word, promising. And we want to thank you, all of us, members of the jury, want to thank you. It makes all the time we spend on the road, all the kilometers we drive, all the time we spend away from our families, in front of computers and in front of a camera, make it all worth it. Thank you again to JK Tyre as well for supporting us every single year. And I think before we wet our throats a little further, may I request all the winners to get up on stage with, of course, members of the jury and members of the JK Tyre team to come up for a mega photograph to wrap up the evening. Thank you so much from 2025 ICOTY IMOTY. We'll see you next year.